to the Willamette River. Austin Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of Ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the UNLV Rebels, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Rebels will put it away to start the game. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Oregon's offense is on the field for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
They get him down after he makes the catch. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Wants to throw on first down. Had to get rid of it quickly. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. The idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That's D-line. They looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got to that QB.
And the ball is intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw on second down. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Rebels moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Conrad. Wiggles free. working that left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And he had to go a long way to reel that ball in. He started off way on the right, crossed the entire defense, made the catch on the other side of the field. There's an example of how this offense can really attack every corner of the football field.
Running back goes in motion. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Turns it loose. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. He's looking to throw. He lost one down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll take another shot here. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. First down for this offense. Now on the counter. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Conrad. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
He'll field the punt and look for room. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points, start thinking about what...
And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of these. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kid Brewer Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to LSU. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tackle is made at the 28. After a pickup of 3. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Conrad. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's caught. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
But when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal.
Flying down the left side. The tag. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Rebels.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. On first down, here comes this offense. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Makes a connection. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He makes the connection. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his position.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Conrad. Pressure coming. Dances away from the heat. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
The Rebels will have it 1st and 10.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on it.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Running behind that left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. He's looking to pass. Floats it out in space. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. After losing yardage on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 10. Looking for a man. It's Conrad. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
In that 2nd down play, the defense, I think, was expecting a pass. You saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
3rd and goal coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw, trying to get to it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Split backs here. Off play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. The pirouette on the line. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense was in cover two, which means they had two safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping the throw and getting the pick.
Shots are back over the middle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Conrad. They're bringing heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Rebels line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to feel the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse. He lets one fly deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He's going to run it. On the move at the 30. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Now on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going for a big play downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Bringing it out. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Eugene as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole, This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
I'll tell you what, really good job by the defense, having vision on the quarterback. And as soon as he threw that football, man, they broke on the football right away, didn't waste time, and got the running back on the ground.
Lofts one high and deep. And he's got it at the 25. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rebels! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They feed him again. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. The Ducks get it up to move the chains.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 in any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that 1st down.
They'll ride the hot hand. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
He's got it. Got room at the 35. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Ducks are in the red zone. The play action fake. The throw. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to...
And they got him for the sack.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. And the Rebels want to move quickly. To the air, it's Conrad. Unloads to the right. He makes the catch. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The back goes in motion. Dumps it off in the flat. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Gives it to the back on the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the option. Gets it past the marker. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. 1st down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Using the quick game.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He's going to take off. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He finds his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
On 4th down, going to the air. The completion well past the sticks. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
To the air, it's Conrad. He's got him still on his feet. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
And the Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNLV. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll put the tight end in motion. He'll keep it himself. Makes it past the marker. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.